everyone, my name is Miss Hamblin-Walker and today we're going to be reading one of my favourite storybooks. This book is called Jungle Drums. This book was written and illustrated by Graeme Base. Now, before you read any story, we always have to do the same thing. Sit up nice and straight, turn on our listening ears, smell the flowers, and blow out the candles. Now we're ready. This is Neary and Durgo. Small, isn't he? He's the smallest warthog in Africa. These are the bigger warthogs. They tease Neary about being so small, but that's only because they're jealous of the other animals who live across the river, with their stunning spots and striking stripes, impressive horns and curly trunks, graceful necks and gorgeous plumage. Wow, look at this colourful page. These must be the other animals across the river. And here are the other animals who live across the river. Aren't they gorgeous? Every year, the other animals hold a grand parade with prizes for the most beautiful. The warthogs don't even bother entering. Mud wrestling isn't on the program. Tired of being teased, Neary heads across the river to play with the other animals. They are arguing amongst themselves about who is the most beautiful. They turn and stare at Neary. No spots? Laughed Chewy the leopard. No stripes? Whinnies Pundamilia the zebra. Look at those silly little horns, snorts Skifaru the rhino. He hasn't even got a trunk, trumpets Tempo the elephant. Or a neck, scoffs Tigua the giraffe. Isn't he just the ugliest thing you've ever seen? Crows Endige the crested crane. And small too. And they all laugh out loud. No, that's going to make Neary very sad. Neary heads for home. He is not happy. On the way, he meets old Nyambu, the wildebeest, the oldest and wisest animal in the jungle. I hate being so small, he tells her. Everyone teases me. These are magic drums, she says. If you play them, they will give you whatever you wish for. Do you want them? Oh, yes, cries Neary. I do. And he takes the drums in eager hoofs. Old Nyambu has a twinkle in her eye. Just remember, she says, wishes can come true, but not always as you expect. And she gently fades into the bushes. The sound of jungle drums throbs through the night. There we can see Neary playing his drums. I wonder what he's going to wish for. Oh my goodness. But in the morning, despite all his wishing, little Neary is still exactly the same. Then he hears a commotion in the jungle. The other animals have woken to find their stunning spots and striking stripes, impressive horns and curly trunks, graceful necks and gorgeous plumage have all disappeared, and they are very upset about it. The warthogs, meanwhile, have woken up with stunning spots and striking stripes, impressive horns and curly trunks, graceful necks and gorgeous plumage. And they think they look just fabulous. Wow. Here's Neary and Dogo, they laugh as he trots up. Small as ever and oh so plain. But we are just like the other animals now. We're going to enter the grand parade and teach them a lesson in jungle style. Oh no. When the other animals learn on the jungle grapevine that the warthogs are going to enter the grand parade, they are horrified. Look at us, they cry in dismay. Those awful warthogs will win every prize. It will be a complete disaster. They try making fake markings out of sticks and grass and coloured mud, but it all washes off in the evening downpour. So a downpour is just rain. So all rubs off in the rain. They look very sad. The warthogs parade around the riverbank in their newfound finery. You stole our markings, yell the other animals. Give them back. They're not your markings, they're ours, snort the warthogs. They fell from the sky and now we are the most beautiful animals in the jungle. They belong to us, growl the other animals. And if you don't give them back before the grand parade, we will come and take them. Poor Neary, what has he done? The wild African moon comes up and the jungle drums beat out again across the savannah. I think he's going to make another wish. It's still dark as Neary creeps over to where the other animals are sleeping. He breathes a sigh of relief to see stunning spots and striking stripes, impressive horns and curly trunks, graceful necks and gorgeous plumage. But then the animals stir and sit up. The markings are on the wrong animals. We can see here that the zebra has the spots of a giraffe. And here we can see the giraffe and he has the stripes of a zebra. This elephant has the spots of a cheetah. It's the warthogs who have done this, cry the other animals. They put a spell on us. And they stomp off angrily across the river. Meanwhile, the warthogs are in a terrible state. What's happened to my nose? What's happened to my neck? How can I roll in the mud with all these feathers? I can't run with this great long trunk. I'll end up as someone's dinner for sure. The warthogs have become even more like the other animals they admired so much. They've put a spell on us. And they stump off angrily across the river. You can see that this warthog now has an elephant trunk. They're starting to look like the animals. What have you done to us? Demand the warthogs. What have you done to us? Demand the other animals. Everyone is shouting at once. Stop it, cries Neary and Dogo in a squeaky voice. It was me. All the animals stop and look at him in amazement. He shows them the magic drums. I made a wish. 2 wishes, in fact, but they went wrong. I wanted you all to stop teasing me, but I didn't mean for you to start fighting. Why can't you all be happy the way you are? Because we look ridiculous, says everyone together. We want to be the way we were. Well, says Neary thoughtfully, if you'd all be happier that way, I suppose I could try making one more wish. For the third time, the sound of jungle drums echoes through the still night air. As the sun rises over the rim of the world, the warthogs and other animals wake and look around with relief. They are all back to normal. But Neary Mdogo sighs. After all that trouble, he is still exactly the same, the smallest warthog in Africa. Something has changed though. No one is teasing him anymore. The bigger warthogs and the other animals look at him, and then they look at each other. Then they shrug. So what if he's the littlest? Someone has to be. That evening, the grand parade goes ahead as usual. The other animals who live across the river show off their stunning spots and striking stripes, impressive horns and curly trunks, graceful necks and gorgeous plumage. The warthogs clap and cheer. Then the warthogs put on a mud wrestling display, including a very clever mud pyramid with a mud fountain, and the other animals clap and cheer. Then Neary does a drum solo, but is very careful not to wish for anything just in case. And everyone claps and cheers, and the night is a roaring success. I really love this story. I really like how this book teaches us to love who we are and to love the way that we look, even if we look different to others. It also teaches us not to make fun of others just because they might look a little bit different to us, because we all know that everyone is different and those things just make us special. All right, what I would like you guys to do now is make your own drums. All you need is an elastic band, a balloon, and just a container, just from your recycling bin. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the end of our balloon off, but be careful because scissors are sharp. And we're going to put it on the top of our container, just like this. And then put an elastic band over that just to make sure it stays. Now, I have made some other ones. So, this is an empty can of corn, and I have wrapped some wrapping paper around it, and I put a pink balloon on the top with an elastic band. I've also made another one that I've decorated also with wrapping paper around the ends and a blue balloon up the top, and this was just a can of Pringles, like that. Now, if you are not like me and you don't live with a professional drummer, then you won't have these bad boys all around your house. But don't worry, because you don't need any drumsticks. What we're going to use is just our pencils. They work just as fine. Okay, so you just need your can, wrapping paper, balloon, elastic, and these pencils. And then you can make your own drums. Now be careful when you're beating your drum not to make any wishes, because as we learned, sometimes the things that we wish for aren't exactly the things that we expect. All right, thank you so much for letting me read to you today. My name is Miss Hamblin-Walker, and don't forget to throw kindness like confetti. See ya.